This episode is brought to you by Restaurant Luce. Restaurant Luce, located at 313 Notre-Dame No. 6 in Repentigny, is a trendy restaurant that offers impeccably delicious Italian traditional food. This restaurant, which also caters events such as weddings, baptisms, showers, and birthdays, offers amazing menu selections to fit all tastes and budgets. Thank you so much, Restaurant Luce, for your sponsorship. And now we return you to your podcast.
Hey everybody!
We're back.
We're back
with another episode.
I love these episodes. I say
Can't
that
go wrong.
at the beginning,
But
all
you
the
can't
time.
go wrong with these episodes. You just can't go wrong.
You can't, because there's just so much to learn and so much to want to learn. And we have a
Exactly.
guest, but Val will introduce our
Yes.
lovely guest. I'm excited. I love
Same
this.
here.
Anything dealing with weddings, I don't know. I just get really, really excited about it.
We all
Not
get
me,
excited.
not me.
Not
I'm
me.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Yes, of course. Well, that's when we talk about the booze.
I did it
then
twice.
you get him chiming in.
I did it twice.
Yes, the booze and the food. Then, well, the music too. That's a third. Well, not necessarily in that order, but the booze is definitely first. But other than that, I mean, it's always great. It's always a pleasure to have guests and to host and to co-host.
Yes, to co-host, yes.
Yes, because we have so much to say. And Val, you have so much
I always
information
have
to
so
bring
much
forward.
to say.
Yeah.
Always so much to say. about
No,
wedding.
not you. So Val is our wedding planner. And Val is going to be introducing our
guest.
Well, what's our topic? And then we can introduce. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, goes along with our
goes
guest.
along.
Right? Right. What are we talking about?
So today, before I introduce our guest, for today's episode is about bridal wear in different cultures.
Yay!
And, you know, all that within the realm of that.
Yes, beautiful.
I want to say like that.
The look, the beauty. I can't wait to find out. Okay.
So for our guest today, we have Puneet Johar. This is Puneet.
Hi guys.
Welcome.
Welcome to our
Thank
podcast.
you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So we actually met at the Elegant Wedding Show in November. I remember she was right across from our booth. Actually, she was right there. So yeah, and we, just reconnected, and she's here today.
Hi guys.
Great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Well, what is it that so what's your specialty?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about your specialty.
Oh, before we do that, cheers, welcome.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. That's more
Cheers.
important.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers, cheers. We have our own little mugs.
Yay.
It's not alcohol, by the way, guys.
If you're wondering, it's not.
It's rosé water.
Speak for yourself.
The Lord only knows what goes on behind there. Nobody wants to see that. So to Steph's question,
Yes.
I mean, exactly what it is that you do.
So I have a store on Cotonege here in Montreal. We are basically an Indian clothing fabric store, and I'm specializing now in men and women's wedding wear. So I do women's bridal collection, men's wear for the grooms.
I love that.
So yeah, a little bit of everything. I'm a designer myself, so I can always design a silhouette from scratch.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, we have some really interesting cultures that come not
For
necessarily
sure.
Indian,
Okay.
who want a little bit of a mix of,
Okay,
like
I
just
like
want to
that.
add like a little bit of color and
Nice, for sure.
bling.
The
in
bling,
their
the
wed-
bling, bling.
in their
We like
wedding
bling.
outfits.
It's all about the bling.
Yes.
All about the
Yeah,
bling.
well, we love our bling, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
So in terms, when somebody, because you touched on a very interesting point that you touch on different cultures. Now, how is it, and you do it from scratch? So
That's really cool.
When the client comes in,
Yeah.
do they know what they would like for you to do? Do you have an idea? Do you guide them? Do you give them some input? How do you go about doing that?
So sometimes, like we all know that we have different kinds of brides. Some of them have like a whole spreadsheet of what they want. They know exactly what they want, and it's easier because they already give you an outline.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have no clue.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have no idea what they want. They
Right.
think they know what they want, but
And
they
then
don't
you
know
come
what they
along
want.
and you guide them with that.
So
of
yeah, I
course.
mean, there is a little bit of a help there, of course, maybe just to kind of streamline their idea that they have in their mind into a reality, basically. So yeah, that's
Okay. And in terms of the colors, the style, if they don't know what they want, that's the clincher. That's the question.
so sometimes you know what happens is what actually suits a body type. Like that's what sometimes it's important just to let them know, because a lot of times they come in with like a picture that they have
Right.
seen on Pinterest.
Okay.
always
And
Pinterest.
they don't realize sometimes that it's very heavily edited and people don't really look like that in
That's
the
very
real
true,
world.
yeah.
So
That's very true.
sometimes it's nice just to work out like a little bit of a silhouette, a cut, what would suit what body type, how tall you are or not. Just depending on that, sometimes we figure out what kind of outfit they should be going for. Then as you know, like different cultures have different some people can wear a really low cut blouse and some can't. So even that needs to be taken, you know,
Okay.
into consideration when you're suggesting an outfit. Colors, what kind of,
course.
colors?
And
because
what colors? What's trending for 2025? Like, what are you noticing that your brides that are coming in want more or less? Like, what's trending, so to speak?
see, white will never go out of fashion, right? Like white
That's
is
true.
white, and
Very
we see it now in the multicultural like wedding. The brides want color white,
Yeah.
which is not a norm usually for
Okay.
cultural
Okay.
weddings. We mostly wear like red.
Okay,
For
nice.
example, there's green, there's a whole bunch of colors there. But white can never go out of style. They love white now. Pastel
Okay.
colors are really in.
Really? Oh, wow.
It's very surprising, but yeah, pastel colors are really in, like the soft baby blues,
That's so
the
nice.
peaches, baby
So
pinks.
pretty. You can't go wrong with pastels. I mean, pastels are very pretty as well.
Yeah.
That's
love
what
that.
that's what I'm hearing right now.
Okay.
Mostly, like people want to come and maybe add that hint of color in their
okay.
outfits. People are adding the bling, which is very surprising because before
They want the
love
they
the bling.
love bling.
You can never have too much bling on your wedding day. That's
No.
how I see. You can never have too much. Like
I-
it's one day, and that's it. Just go for it.
I had a bride on Monday, and
Okay.
she came in saying that I want she wanted a traditional Indian lehenga, but she wanted it with a twist.
Okay.
Because she was not an Indian bride.
Oh.
And she came in and she picked the sparkliest outfit I had, and I was
love that.
very shocked, but she loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
bling.
love that. That's so cute. That's so nice to see that. You know, not anywhere, but just to walk in and to have that experience too. You know, that's fun too. And to custom make your, like say, your gown. That's fun. Like that's for sure the whole experience. And how long does it usually take? Like how much time would someone need in your, like, for a custom sparkly gown?
So
typically, what's
typically,
the time frame?
Typically 3 to 6 months. That's if we're rushing it.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Because
that's
everything is very
okay.
intricate. It's hand done.
Right. Okay.
So, you know, like picking the fabric
Right.
and then picking the cut, picking the silhouette, getting it done, alterations.
Okay.
3 to 6 months at least, I would
Okay,
say.
so that's rush, meaning like on the time
yeah,
crunch.
yeah,
Okay.
on the time crunch, yeah.
Okay, so typically it takes a year and a half, like with
Usually,
no rush. Okay.
if we're custom making somebody's outfit.
so
then
you
yeah.
highly recommend they come like right away to start
Right away.
the process.
Right
okay.
away, right away.
Oh, that's
That's
good to know. I
beautiful.
like that. Okay. Because it's true, you said it's very detailed, very intricate, so it takes time to source the fabric, to come see,
Yeah.
to have that experience as well. Because it is an experience, right? You only get married once, so might as well go for it, right? And have everything, you know?
And those pictures are forever, right?
Very
so your
true, yeah.
outfit has to be.
It has to be immaculate.
The-
You
yeah.
can't, you know, go wrong with that for sure. Especially with all the details, what comes in a wedding. The dress is the most important. You know,
Absolutely.
one of the important factors of the wedding, I'd say, from my opinion. Just saying, I like to see my brides because, from my point of view, I see the brides as I work with them prior, and I see them. I'm like, wow. From what you were to now, it's like wow, you know, like a whole transformation on the wedding day. So it's nice to see that too, and all the details. So
Yeah, and the smiles on their face when they decide that, okay, this is it.
yeah,
That's
that
my
feeling,
dress.
Is it normally the first one in your experience?
Always the first.
It is.
See?
And they
Okay.
all still want to see more,
Of
and they want to see
course.
more, and they want to try
love
more.
that.
but it's always the first
It's
one.
always the first one.
They never want the trying to stop. I just want to keep drawing dresses. I can do this.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Just
Yeah. It was
because I had
fun.
no care in the world,
Yeah.
I just wanted to
just
try
wanted
it
to
on.
try, yeah.
It's a fun experience too, right? Like even with my dress, before I found the one, so to speak, I tried on I think like 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very like picky, and I understand for a bride you want to make sure, especially if it's custom, you want to make sure it's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Because for me, I went. It was like this. It was a sample sale, and that's where I found my dress. I remember I found it 2 years before my wedding day. I'm like, this is
Wow.
it, and I took it, left it at my mom's house, my parents' house, in her closet, and that was it. And I never looked back.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I remember
that's
that.
the right way to do it.
Yeah, because at one point, like Lisa said, it gets overwhelming. You're like, wait a second, does that one look better? But when you, like you said, what is the first one, you know, and you see that experience too, right? And who usually comes to these appointments with your clients, the brides? It's like the mom, dad, is it sibling, is it mother-in-law? Who usually comes?
So
to
you
these,
you do see the
weddings?
moms,
Of
the
course.
sisters are there,
Okay.
then the bridesmaids are there, maid of
Okay.
honor.
So the whole
whole jing
entourage.
bang, yeah, they like to come and see. It's like a whole
nice
party.
too. I love that. Okay, for me it was my mom and sister, because I specifically didn't want a whole, because I didn't want to start hearing other people, like,
Yeah,
because
that's-
if you know, right? I didn't want to feel like, well, you know, the second guessing myself. So I had my mom and my sister. That's all I needed, and I was happy with that. But in your case,
That's always better,
Yeah.
because the more eyes you have, the more heads you have,
Yeah.
then the opinions are also a lot.
And that can get complicated.
Everybody loves it, but one person
Very-
just
yeah, that
paused
one
for
person.
1
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
Why did they
Let's
pause?
screw up the dress.
No, I'm gonna try another one now, just in case.
So, in your experience, I mean, you've done this for how long?
Yes,
how many years?
Yes.
So I've been here in this store for the last 15 years.
Oh wow!
So,
Okay.
yeah, I've been seeing
Nice.
a lot of different people for 15 years.
I can imagine. And the changes that you've seen along the way must have been overwhelming in
It-
terms of
it's
tastes, in terms of.
Drastic.
Really? So, what was the biggest challenge you had?
To change, I think the biggest challenge was getting my dad to understand the concept and for me to change. That was the biggest challenge for me. Just tell him to like upgrade yourself
Upgrade it
now.
a little bit. It's time. We need to upgrade.
No, Dad, they're in bustiers now. That's it. You're like, what? Cover up! No bling!
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your journey as, I would say, a designer, and what you've achieved so far, and where you wish to take what you have, and where you wish to be in, let's say, the next few years.
Okay, so the biggest oh, I need to take a break. I need to take a sip.
This is when you wish there was booze in here.
I know, right?
It's right here.
Alcohol.
It's right here.
We need to spike.
I'm gonna spike my drink now, guys.
It's time. You heard it,
Drink
people.
time.
We're gonna spike the drink.
That's it.
Cheers.
Signature cocktails.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to
Yeah,
that.
go on.
So I was saying that as a designer, what I have noticed over the years is silhouettes are changing a lot. They have drastically changed from what I have seen them before.
Okay.
They used to be big and flowy before. Now they've become more structured and more form-fitting.
Okay.
Before, people just liked a lot of fabric and a lot of like flair.
Okay.
But now I'm seeing them like getting more tapered and more taken in. Like I said, the bling is really, really big. This, for some reason, this year it's all about
It's a year of the bling.
the diamonds and
love that. Okay.
the intricate
Diamonds are a
sequence
girl's best
work.
friend, just
Well,
saying.
I was
that's so
gonna say.
true. That's so true.
Can't go wrong with that.
The colors, people are now actually moving towards different colors. Like, I run an Indian store, so traditionally for an Indian bride, it is red, is the
Okay.
color that we wear for our weddings.
And that
Okay.
represents what?
Red is basically it's a color of passion. It's a color of, like just starting a new life kind of a thing.
Oh, nice.
So it's a very powerful color, so that's why they have always wanted red for some reason.
Okay.
Like the red bride never goes out of style.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So we still have our red brides,
Okay.
the traditional red brides,
That's
but
perfect
mostly now I'm seeing people moving towards beiges and baby pinks and mint green, sage green, whites.
Okay.
So that's a very interesting change
That's
that I
a
have.
shift.
It's a
Okay.
shift, yeah, and people are more open to it now.
But that's a good thing too, because you could be creative, and you could use your full creativity to create something beautiful at the end, you know. But that's nice too, a little change.
Then
here
we
and
have a
there.
lot of like people who, especially now with the intercultural situation where we have white people getting married to brown people and then vice versa. So
very
then
true.
that's where the culture mix is coming, and that's where
Okay.
I'm getting excited as a designer because I get to mix things now.
Beautiful.
Like I don't feel like I'm in a cookie cutter and this is the silhouette and this is the color and this is the way it's supposed to be. Now I get to mix it. Like I get to mix the trends from East meets West kind of a
Right.
situation and just
Okay.
make like a amalgamation of this and
That's so
present it to
fun
the world,
too.
and it's so much
That's
fun.
so
Oh, beautiful.
That's nice
And in
too.
terms of now that you're seeing the changes and you're looking, let's say you're projecting, what do you see in a few years down the line for you?
I mean, I am very excited because people are open to a lot of new and fun things.
Yeah.
So for me as a designer who is still in that Indian cookie cutter box, I don't see myself just limited to that anymore.
Good.
Okay.
I do see myself going forward and maybe
Okay.
catering to a vaster
So nice
clientele
too.
here.
Okay, I love
in
that
North
for you.
America.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so it's exciting.
It's exciting too, you know, to see how things were and how things are going. Say more intercultural weddings, you know, more different traditions, cultures all put into one, you know, design, one gown. You know, it's fun too. That's
Then
really
it's-
nice.
There's not just one gown anymore. Like people are doing the pre-wedding stuff where they want.
really?
Yeah, they want
okay.
the pre-wedding stuff to be totally different, and then they want to change now into the reception outfit is
Yes,
different.
it's
and
true. Like the
it's
second dress,
so much fun.
reception dress.
I can imagine.
So
So
much
you dabble.
Yeah.
You dabble into different styles. And are they all the same color or
No,
do they change?
they
oh
change
my
colors.
gosh.
Okay.
So
No
you're
one-
busy. You're very
I
busy.
love it.
Oh my goodness. So when is the high time for you?
Yes, I was
Now.
gonna say-
Yeah, you're
Oh,
gonna.
it's now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
now.
this is a high time for you before the season.
Before the
begins.
season kicks
Yeah.
off, now is I'm still getting like last minute people
For sure.
who are getting married now in June, and they're like, okay,
I
I
need it-
don't know what I'm wearing. I'm like,
I don't know what I'm wearing. Really? I don't know what I'm wearing. I have to show up, but I don't know what I'm wearing.
yeah,
And you design, sorry, do you design for all the wedding party, like bridesmaids, mother of the bride, so you cater to everyone?
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do they match, so let's say if the bride is wearing, let's say the traditional red.
Right.
Do the bridesmaids have to match? Or can it be like any, like how does that?
It can be anything. Usually the
Okay.
bride already knows the color palette that she comes
sure,
in with, and
okay.
then she just shows us
Okay,
the
I'm just
color
curious.
palette.
I'm just picking your brain now. Okay. So they don't have to match her, but she already has an idea.
She has an idea.
Okay.
Last year I did a wedding where the girl was wearing the traditional red, and the bridesmaids were all wearing a peach with it.
Okay.
So
lovely.
the
like that,
pictures
okay.
looked really, really
That's
pretty.
nice too. I like
Nice.
that.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
And you said you also do for the grooms too,
Yes.
right? So what does the groom typically wear? Like what color does he wear?
Usually they wear off-white, white.
Okay.
Those are beige.
Okay. It's a nice contrast. Okay. The red and let's say the white.
it's
Okay.
usually that. But
Okay.
again, now like with the colors changing,
There's no
There's no-
Lisa,
there's no
cookie
sky
cutter.
is- yeah, the
It's
sky's the
whatever.
limit.
Okay. It's the sky's the limit. Okay. I like that. Okay.
Do
So
you?
nice. Okay.
Quick question. Sorry. Do you? So is it the client comes in and gives you an idea of what they want, and you put it together? But do you on the side, like go to bed at night, you think of a pattern or something, and you just make it and then show it to everybody? Like, do you come up with designs on your own just to do it?
It's
Or
funny you asked me that question. I actually sleep with a drawing book right next to me
I
because
love
that
that.
actually
Really?
happens. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, oh, damn, draw it down before you forget it in the morning.
that's
Yeah.
great.
cool.
Okay.
Well, they
So,
say
yeah.
that's when you get your
Ideas,
inspiration.
yeah, absolutely.
yes,
The
yeah.
best is when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have nothing to do. So
Wow.
We don't sleep, right?
We don't sleep.
So you
No
put it
time
together
to
and then you put it in the store and you show client, hey, I can do this.
So
and-
yeah, so right now in my shop, I do have a very wide collection of stuff that I have worked on, and it's ready for display to be bought the way they
Okay.
want.
Okay.
Because you do have people who don't know what they want. So when they
Right.
come into the
Sure,
shop, I
yeah.
have like
You're
all
ready
the
to go.
varieties, and they can try it on. They can see what it feels like. and they can just buy it off the rack.
Okay, so if they're ready,
Beautiful.
they could just buy it off the rack
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Little alterations here and there, and then you're good to go.
Now, do people come to you for their bridal party?
Yes.
Even their flower girls, you know, their junior usher, do they come to you and they say, well, I have 6 months, can you make me 12 outfits?
Yeah, all
It
of
happens.
Really?
All of it.
That is fantastic to know.
love that.
it. Bridesmaids,
The
flower
whole- the
girls,
whole
mom,
entourage, okay.
dad. I got them all covered.
Oh,
love that.
wow.
I
And
love
so, you know the trends for those as well, right? The colors and the...
Absolutely. See, the colors again is something that what I have seen the girls come in with their color palette, and that's what they want, and that's what you have to work with.
Okay. Oh, that's
So-
interesting. And the style, because you said that it's more silhouette-y. I guess it would be more. I saw that they have the mermaid dresses now.
Yeah.
A lot of that
lot.
style
So
is
in
coming
style
out.
right now.
It's lovely. I think it's so sexy. Like I really like that. But
Mermaid dresses?
yeah,
It's like the fitted.
It's like
It's
really
fitted.
fitted.
It's
Oh, like
more
super
mermaid.
tight. Oh, okay.
I think it's so lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty. But in terms of the style of dress, I mean, are you able? Cause, I mean, sometimes they won't know what they want, right?
Yeah,
so
they
they'll
don't
come
know
in
what
and
they
they'll
want.
say, "Well, but you can't make 6 different dresses, right? Because they can't change it." So, is it something that you would propose for them to through picture, or is it something you would say, look on the rack first? Is it this size that might look nice, and then you can take from that pattern? So, how is it that you would sort of guide them? Because sometimes a lot of people are all over the place.
Especially
Yeah.
when it comes to a wedding, there's so
Yeah.
much going
That's
on,
true.
right?
That's
It's
true.
overwhelming, so you're there to just guide them.
So because we have a lot of styles at the rack already, it's always easier for the client and then even for me to explain to them that these are the styles, look at the styles, try them out, see how you feel in them, and then we can work around this.
Okay.
In your color, in your pattern, in the design that you're looking for, again, what suits who, you know, situation. So it's always better to show them what you have ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then there's something that they can try on and actually see what it
Right.
looks like. Because if I draw and show them something, they're not going to understand.
Yeah, exactly.
And pictures, they don't do justice at the end of the day.
that's
Like
it.
it's all edited.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it too. I have a website.
It's
we
true.
take
We all
photographs.
edit.
We all
That's-
edit
everything's
stuff.
edited.
I edit my
Yeah.
Instagram picture before posting
I'm
it
guilty.
online.
Me too. I'm like, let me make it a bit lighter. Okay, we're set. We're ready.
Yeah.
But that's
Well, that's the thing, because I would imagine as a designer, you envision a lot of patterns and you see a lot of wardrobes. I mean, at the wedding show, you saw a lot of different styles,
Yeah.
and it's predominantly white, right?
Yes.
But I mean, I like the fact that you give a certain twist to the cultural aspect, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, what would you recommend to somebody looking for a dress, and you would say, this is what I have to offer? What is it that you would have to entice that they should come to you for these lovely outfits?
Well, see, the regular white dress gown is beautiful, but then my twist is what would entice the bride to come in, right? Like the hand embroidery, the diamonds, the fact that she can sit down with me
That's an
and design
experience
her
too.
own outfit
Yeah.
is a whole experience also.
I like that.
I like the experience. Yeah,
I
that's
love
nice.
this. It's always the bride will always remember the experience with you at the end of
Yeah.
the day. You know, pictures, yes, but they'll never forget sitting down with you and saying, "Hey, let's design something together." And that you can't put price on. That's priceless, in my opinion.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, we see it through the whole thing, and then
Yeah.
when it finally comes together and she puts it on and then she starts crying, it's amazing.
And that's it.
so beautiful.
And do you also, just out of curiosity, do you also do like day of styling? Like, do you have some brides that ask, say, "Hey, can you come the day of to help me put me in my outfit?" And did that ever happen? Or
It does happen, especially again, traditionally speaking, in an Indian wedding, we have this long veils that are
Yes.
called dupattas, and there is a way to pin them up.
Okay.
There is a
I
certain
like-
way to
okay,
pin them
okay.
up.
Yeah.
Sometimes the makeup artist takes care of it if they know what they're
If they
working
know.
with.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sometimes, I can come
Yeah.
into the rescue
Okay.
if you need me
I'm
to
just-
come into
'cause
the
I've
rescue.
I've seen again online, like there's like day of styling, like the designer comes to help with the dress or the outfit, whatever, So I was just curious if you do.
There's a lot of fabric in our outfits, so sometimes it's a little difficult to
If you-
manage if you have
if
never
you don't know what
touched
you're
it.
doing, or if you're stressed, it's always good to have an extra
Yes.
set of hands. You're calm, you're ready. It's like, okay, I got this, and then she's ready to go.
She's ready
Have
to go,
Have you ever
absolutely.
said no? Like some person comes and says like, "This is what I want," and they give you a picture of crazy,
I have said no.
and you say,
really?
like,
I've said no. Okay.
I'm not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, I have.
My
Because
integrity.
sometimes, you know, like you get the vibe of the person and you like just understand that this is
Yeah.
this is not going to work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, your
I know,
integrity,
I know.
your name is there, right?
It's your
And
name. It's your name.
Yeah.
It's your work.
So many times I've said no.
I was like, did it ever happen? And she's like, yeah, like twice a week. Like, I have a coffee, I say no to two people, and then I'll book 3 weddings.
Oh my God, that's funny. But so what is it that are you going to expand what you have currently? Because I know you do the tuxes for the men, you do the gowns for the women. Is there something that you wish to expand on? Like, do you go with just the trends and then you do your own, or do you just follow what the trends are? And you know what I mean, and then build on that. So what is it that you hope to accomplish in order to expand what you currently do?
So as of now, what's happening is that we already have the trends that are in the market. What you see, we have them hanging in the shop.
Okay.
But what I'm bringing in is the mix of the two cultures.
Okay.
So I'm doing the designing part and actually bringing the newer silhouettes that it's not necessarily Indian looking, it's not necessarily Moroccan looking, it's not necessarily the regular white dresses that we see. It's like a mix of
Okay. I like
everything
that.
put
Okay.
together.
G for general, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that twist, I think, is interesting to most of the girls now that I'm noticing when they come to me and they're like, oh my God, wow, I didn't know this
It's very
existed.
true, yeah.
So
Very
that's
true.
interesting.
Now, are the brides that you normally see walking in, are they older? Are they younger? I mean, what is it? Do you see a mix?
I see a mix.
Really?
Yeah, I see a
So
mix.
different in
Like, I'm not
ages.
talking older as in 80 years old. I'm talking about
80
80.
Not
Well, you
80,
never
but
know.
you
They
never
do get
know.
married.
Yeah,
They
they
do.
I had last year a 60-year-old bride.
Really?
Yeah, she was getting married again. It was so
Oh my
cute.
goodness, okay,
It was
so
really
let's
cute.
scratch what I said.
Yeah.
Forget that.
We see everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope you don't see
always-
anybody younger than 15. That's all I hope. You don't see anybody younger than 15.
That's illegal.
Exactly.
It's kind of illegal in here. So
Now,
okay.
who knows these days? So, I mean, so you see different age, and
do
you
see different age groups.
and the tastes in the dresses that you offer them. Do you see the diversity?
Yeah,
there?
yeah. This is very different.
Really?
Very
Oh my God, that's
different.
fun.
Very, very different.
I'm surprised. I
The
thought
younger ones want like no, like showing here, showing there, backless, short, this, that.
Well, just have it right here. Okay.
Get really short. The slits should be all the way high.
That's it. Makes it easier for the honeymoon. Just saying.
So there's a mix, yeah, for
There
sure.
is definitely.
100%.
Wow, that's awesome. And okay, so in terms of the tuxedos now, because you said in terms of the colors, the beiges, the whites, how was the fitting for that? Because I mean, okay, I've been married too long now, but from what I remember, it was like the navy blues, the blacks, and you had, the vests are like aquamarine or like, very they shine out. They're really, they stand out, and then you have the darker tux. I mean, is it the same type of thing? Do you get, because you said they're very culturally different sometimes. So is that something that you do come across? Or like the blue tuxedos, the 80s with the
The
ruffles?
80s with all the ruffles there.
So it's not a traditional tuxedo looking outfit. It's actually called a sherwani.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's longer and it doesn't look like a tuxedo.
Okay.
But we are also making tuxedos coming back.
So you're expanding into
Are they coming back, really?
No, coming back to your question.
Okay.
We are also making the tuxes with
Nice.
the lapels. The lapels are blingy now with the diamonds and everything.
I didn't know that.
So,
Just bling everything.
That's bling everywhere. The
Everything's
boys
blinged
want the
out.
bling too
Oh
now.
my
my
God.
God.
They're like, we feel left out. They're like, we feel left out now, So they're like, we want the bling too. What are we? We're getting married too.
You know
It's
what?
our day
I
too.
agree. I
It's
agree.
true.
It
It's-
is true. I remember, a side note, a groom, I remember he was so involved, like it was the first groom that was so involved in the wedding that he had a custom made burgundy suit. So it was all like your color but velvet.
Wow.
But I don't know where he found it.
He saw
Like-
Anchorman.
I don't know, probably, but it was it was a beautiful but velvet, but it fit him so, like it made sense for his
Perfectly.
character. And he said,
For his character.
And he told me on the call, he's like, Val, I'm gonna stand out at my wedding. And the bride's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm standing out. He's like, I'm gonna put you to shame, literally. And he did. Like, no offense, he did.
And they didn't go through with the wedding. No, I'm kidding.
But for him, and I understand the guys don't want to be left out either, right? It's their day too.
yeah.
As I find there's a focus always on the brides,
Right.
and I was guilty. I had a crown, I had a whole tiara, like for my wedding. Like I went there. but that was me, you know. But not every bride's like that. But I understand back with the grooms as their day as well, and we can't forget them.
The grooms that I'm seeing nowadays are wanting to look very majestic. Like they want to look like they own the place as well.
Aladdin. Do you want to look like Aladdin?
Absolutely, I'm not kidding. They want to look like Aladdin. Some of them also
Don't
look like
put
Aladdin.
Aladdin to shame. Forget Aladdin.
Some of them look like Aladdin too.
They want to come in on the
The
carpet.
Sultan.
Oh God.
Exactly.
They wanna look
Yes.
like the Sultan
They want to
just
look like the
walking
Sultan.
in.
They're like, guys. I mean, I need the color too.
Yeah.
So
Just as, and okay, so they're more you said like in a whitish beige.
traditionally,
Okay, traditionally.
but there's a lot of color now.
So if they
too.
want red, they could do red. If they
100%.
want blue, they could do blue.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Whatever
there's
they
no there's no right or wrong. It's
There's no
just
right or wrong.
it's whatever they feel comfortable in, and you know.
You know, I find what's happening today, these days, there is no right or wrong anymore. People are just doing whatever they feel like doing. It's their day; they can do whatever they want.
In the end, that's what it is.
At the
Yeah,
end,
in
we
the
always
end,
say
that's what
that.
it is.
We always say it anyways. It's your day. You do what's best for you, and that's it. You have
I'm
fun
very
with it.
curious though. What is the one gown or dress that you can talk about for ages that you are so proud of? That's, I won't say the most beautiful because they're all beautiful in their own way. But what is that one gown that you've created that you can honestly say, this is my legacy. This is the dress that I
Good
can talk
question.
about forever.
I like
Don't
that
think I have arrived there yet.
Okay.
I still
that
have a
is
long
very
That's a
way to
good
go.
honest.
answer.
Very
Okay.
honest.
I
like
don't
that.
think I still have a lot more to do. I find.
Okay.
I don't think I have arrived there yet.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That is very impressive, though. I'm very impressed that you said that because a lot of people say, "Well, I've done so much,
True,
and this
very
is one
true.
thing that." But you are very
I've
genuine to say.
I've done stuff that's it's nice, it's pretty, but if I lose my sleep over it, no, I haven't. I need to get
Really?
there, yeah, for sure.
So that means you can't sleep at all. You have to look at your book.
yeah, start sketching, I keep
I love
sketching,
that.
sketching,
3 in the
sketching.
morning, I'm ready. I love that. Fresh. I love that. Okay.
Have you been invited to a wedding where you just, you go in? Okay, when you go to a wedding, how are your are you dancing on the dance floor, having a drink, or are your eyes
Beelining,
looking
yeah,
at every
every
outfit? And
Ouch. Oh my God, what is she wearing?
Why?
do you analyze
Why?
all of that? Yeah, is that?
And then I was like, you're
Sometimes.
Of course,
okay,
well, I mean,
Sometimes,
At least
because
you're
I'm in the
honest.
business,
You have
right?
to.
Like at
You
the end
have
of the
to,
day,
yeah.
like my eyes just go places sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, or oh wow, it's
Yes.
you get both the reactions. But yeah, after a few drinks, then you're on the dance floor dancing, and you forget
was
about
great.
everything was fantastic.
Everybody's blinging.
Everything is
Even
fantastic.
the kids and the dogs and all of that.
But you know what I have noticed that at any wedding, like the bride just always looks perfect.
For
You
sure.
can wear anything; it doesn't matter. You will be so happy on your
True.
wedding day.
Yeah.
You look fantastic. I mean, sometimes I find that they put too much thought into their gowns and their dresses. You will look fantastic anyway, guys.
Yeah. That's
like
It's very
really,
true. You're the bride.
You're the bride. You have that
You're gonna look
glow.
amazing,
You're
yeah.
happy. There's that twinkle in your eye. You're gonna look fantastic.
Your hair is gonna be done. Your makeup, everything's gonna just tie in.
Everything ties in.
Yeah.
What's your
At
favorite
end.
part of a wedding?
My favorite part of the wedding is when the bride is walking in. The first time when you get to
love
see the bride. Oh,
Do you
I
get a
love that.
tear in your eye?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
I
still
designed
love
that dress.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
I
feel.
made
I'm
that
like, oh my God, that's the way it looks.
Oh, it's not pinned right. Oh my God.
That's happened too.
The designer starts crying.
supposed to do that.
I'm like, oh my God, the veil is backwards, guys.
Oh
And I'm like, can I go fix it? Go to the bathroom now.
no! No, you don't walk down yet. She's walking there. Come with me.
She's walking back. Move over, people.
Yeah,
I can
sometimes-
picture her just like walking back. You're coming with me. We're fixing you
In
both.
the end, it is your masterpiece
It's her
for the
creation,
bride.
yeah.
So if it's crooked, they're gonna say, "Well, what?
What is that?
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
You know what I
it's
mean?
And
your
then it's
thing,
better
you
not
know?
to be invited to that wedding.
Have you
Stay out of it.
But the designer, she's not here."
But have you been invited to weddings of your have they invited you?
Some of them, yes.
Okay.
I have
Oh,
been.
nice.
Some are friends, so of course you end up
Okay,
going.
a friend is a little different, but I mean
yeah.
your clients. are
Clients,
not-
yeah, they do.
Okay.
And you go sometimes and you don't go sometimes,
Okay.
right?
You pick your battles.
pick your
If she was a tough customer, you don't go to
No,
the wedding.
I'm not RSVPing.
Because then she's gonna be walking down the aisle. She's like, "You missed this."
Yeah, I know, that's why you're like this. No!
You missed this.
But I have a question. For an Indian wedding, maybe I'm mistaken, they last a few days.
Yeah, a
They
few
last
days.
4
Okay.
days, no? Or
3 to
3
5
4
days.
Oh, really?
That's a long wedding. Yeah,
Okay.
And so do you have an outfit or do you offer outfits? Because I think the
For all the
bride
events?
changes
Yeah, yeah.
during every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
She picked the best business in the world.
Yeah. We
I'm
have
gonna
like
pick
5
a-
outfits.
And 5 outfits.
Five outfits.
No, but does the groom change as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're different
Wow.
events. You have to have different colors.
I'm coming to see you tomorrow. How do I sew this? What do I gotta do? That's an amazing business.
That's
It's like
amazing.
genius.
That is fantastic. But I mean, I know,
that.
when is the I would say the master gown
Main.
revealed? Yeah.
So that's the wedding day, the day, the ceremony day, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that day 1, 2, 4?
No, that's usually the last day.
Oh wow! So you're partying for 4 days.
Yeah.
Fanny, drunk for 4 days.
That's basically.
Oh my goodness! And so you have 4 different. It's more than 6 months to make these outfits.
It
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
more.
it's
Yeah, you
one
can't.
outfit 3 to 6 months.
Holy God! So you're doing 4 days worth. So you're working for like 3 years.
Yeah. I was
No,
gonna
no.
say.
You can do more.
Okay,
yeah,
you
like
could,
One
okay.
person I would take 6 months to take care of if I'm doing all their outfits.
Okay, that
Oh
makes
my
Okay.
goodness! You know what? That's crazy.
Wow,
That's
that's an
so-
amazing business. I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
You're gonna be out there with their notepad.
That's great.
It's fun.
That's
it's
amazing.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And it shows that you're really passionate about what you do, so that's amazing to see.
For
too.
me, the fun part is when I get a bride and a groom together and I get to do all their outfits.
Oh, that's
Because then it's like my head, my plan,
Yeah.
the colors, the different silhouettes all coming together, and then I get to see that. It's amazing. I love
And
that.
you
That's
start
my
from the
favorite.
beginning till the last
Yeah.
day, and you see
Yeah.
everything just
Everything
come to life.
together. Yeah.
Oh my God,
so
that's
sweet.
gorgeous.
It's like their love story, like they're like designing their outfits together, and you're there just helping them, and then it's their wedding day.
So
Well,
much
yeah.
fun.
Have you ever had a couple that was, angry that I don't want that color. I want this color. I like that color.
I don't think the girls really give the guys a choice.
Beautiful. That's right. That's right. You're gonna be wearing pink because I said so.
Exactly.
okay?
Basically, the guy is usually in the corner, just like
He's like,
he's just
whatever.
on his phone. He's like, this is like.
No, and then
Checking
you
his
ask the
emails.
question. No, it's her thing. Just let her go. Just let her.
Are you alone? Like, do you run the whole store by yourself, kind of thing, or do you have employees that
No,
help?
no, we have employees
Oh,
that
okay,
help.
okay,
Yes.
for sure.
And I have my factory back in India. That's where all the
Okay.
production's mostly done. We do the last minute stuff here.
Okay.
Most of the
Okay.
production is done back there. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, okay.
And I keep traveling. I keep going back.
Really?
Yeah.
And how often during the year? Is it just for the wedding part itself, or is it even for the material?
For the material as well. For everything.
So you're back
Yeah.
and forth.
Back
you're a
and
bit,
forth. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
it makes sense.
Twice
you
a
have
year,
to
twice
source
a year, yeah.
material, then back, then
Yeah.
it's a lot.
And then
for
I do
sure.
samples. We make samples. We see how they
For
run,
sure,
how
yeah.
people like them, don't like them.
Yeah.
True,
If
what's
I like
trending,
them.
yeah, that's important.
Because sometimes what's on the piece of paper doesn't necessarily come out the way
Okay.
you imagine it. So then,
I could imagine, like, no.
yeah.
Do you do it outside of Montreal as well? Like you have clients that come from Ottawa and
Yeah,
Toronto?
a lot. Yeah, Toronto,
Really?
Ottawa,
Okay.
Wow.
the States.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Now, how did you know you wanted to be a designer, and how did you come about to want to do weddings?
So since the very beginning, since I was young, I was very passionate and very artistic
Okay.
from the very beginning. And then my mom was a fashionista growing up. So I used to see her like being very, like she used to pick the fabric and then she used to go get it, sewn herself and
Oh,
put
nice.
stuff
Nice.
together.
Okay.
So I always kind of saw that growing up, and that intrigued me. And I used to keep cutting up my jeans and doing funny things. And yeah, I think it just started from the very beginning.
And so you developed a love for, let's say, not necessarily events, but weddings.
Weddings when I moved here in Montreal.
Okay.
Okay.
Before when I was in India, I had my own brand as well, and I
Okay,
was doing
nice.
mostly menswear over there.
Okay.
And then when I moved here, my father-in-law actually has a store down on Côte d'Ivoire, and
nice,
he was
nice.
doing the Indian community clothing and fabrics and all that stuff. So that's what I decided that I would
Nice,
like to go
okay.
into weddings.
Beautiful.
I love that, okay.
That's very inspirational.
It
and
is
like
very
Val was saying before, you can tell the passion behind what you
Exactly.
do. Because for somebody, and I will, it's honestly impressive that somebody will take the time to wake up in the middle of the night and sketch and say, well, I have an idea for a gown. You can tell that you have the passion
the
and
drive behind,
the motivation, the dedication, and just the love for what you do, and you see it. You can see it shining from you. That you just shine whenever you talk about a blingy dress. Well, everybody does, but you have that extra perk, you know. And the fact that you do make it your own is a way that you can sort of say you stand out. And I think anybody who comes to see you are very well informed and they're taken care of, especially in that department, because you can tell that you know the business and you know the trends, which I think is very important in this type of business.
You need to be on top of the trends happening in the wedding world, for sure.
That's but you just have to be very compassionate about how the clients come in and as well. And I really like to hear people's stories.
Yeah.
So then at the end of the day, I can give them their perfect dress and what they want.
That makes sense.
True.
And it's fun. It's a fun journey.
It's a fun, for sure.
It's a fun journey for sure.
Oh, beautiful.
What would be if this is like just it's like the big question. So let's say you were getting married now.
Today.
What would be your perfect dress that you would design for yourself? Like,
I like
what's
that
the one?
question.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's
That's the
dress?
master dress.
That's the master.
That's the master
That's the
dress.
master, right?
So the thing is, like, I'm Indian, so we have 5 events.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to make 5
Sweet.
different outfits with 5 different colors, 5 different
Love
styles,
it.
and
Love
oh my
that.
gosh, I just wish I can do that again.
So what would be the wedding day one? Let's start with that one.
Red for sure.
Red for sure.
100%
Classic.
classic red. Reception would be white because I wanted to wear a white dress and everything. That
Okay.
didn't happen, but yeah, now I can do it because now the trends are changing. So
Yeah, there we go.
now we're allowed to do whatever we want.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
beautiful.
So that would be the master.
The red.
The red in the afternoon, because usually our ceremonies are the afternoon ceremonies, and then for the reception, the white gown. That
Nice.
would be the
I
masterpiece.
love
And what else? So it would be white and like I don't know.
Blingy.
Is there
Color, any color?
blingy?
No,
is it
just
tight fitted?
white.
Is
Just
it
white?
White with lots of diamonds and
Blingy,
sequins
see?
and bling, and yeah, that's what
All
it
the
would be
bling
like.
in the world she could
fire
get.
shooting out every time? Lights coming out.
The lights coming
No,
out
you
like
sparkle. You stand under the
Yeah.
lights and
yeah,
you just twinkle, man.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
gorgeous.
Form fitted, mermaid
Yes.
mermaid
For
cut.
sure,
That's
we
what's in
need
right
a
now
mermaid. We need
for
a
sure.
mermaid.
It's gorgeous. It really
comes from
does
the
the
It
job.
really
It really does
looks
the job.
very nice.
Oh yes, it's very svelte. It's very sophisticated. I love it.
Svelte.
Svelte.
That's a good word.
It is. It is.
good
You
word.
see,
That's a good word.
I love it. But in terms of if I ever, well, I've been married too long now, so I don't even know what's in it anymore. I was looking at the wedding dresses when I was there. I was looking at your wedding
Yeah,
dresses, and I'm
I
like,
remember we're both.
wow, how come they didn't have this when I got married? You know, it's like it's changed now. But I think you're very passionate. I think you're fantastic. I think you're very optimistic, and I think these are core to when somebody wants to come and buy a gown for their special day. To have that openness, to be genuine, and you to have that openness to receive, and you're receptive to them. And I
thank
think
you
that's
so much.
fabulous. I think that's wonderful. And unfortunately, that's the end of our
But thank you so.
podcast.
I love learning about new cultures. It's always fun, and for your, from your experience, just inspiring.
Yeah.
That your clients get to have you as their wedding gown designer.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Where's the
Now
store
we're gonna
located? I
ask,
know it's
yes.
on Côte
It's on
Neige, but
Côte Neige.
what's the
It's,
address?
6270 Côte Neige.
Amazing.
that.
Beautiful. And you have any websites? Or?
Yeah, we have a website that goes by my name, puneetjohar.com, and we have an Instagram page.
Go follow her on Instagram.
Yes.
Very pretty
Yes.
stuff
Have an
on there.
Instagram
Go
page as
follow
well.
her.
Beautiful. So that's under your name as well?
Yeah, Puneet Johar,
Perfect.
the label, is the Instagram account, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you for having me. This
You
was
know,
a lot
you
of fun.
just you want to do it all over
I was
again. You
gonna
know what I mean?
If I would add more bling on my dress.
You know what I would do?
I definitely would.
You
now.
know what I would do? I would just come to your store and just try them on.
Yeah.
Only because
Anytime.
it's the trend.
It is.
Anytime.
It is.
I would definitely do it. I will
She's
definitely.
like,
Anytime.
worst client ever.
I'd be like, I would totally do it. I'd try everything you have on, and I would say, and I would blast it everywhere. You have to
I'd
come here. You have to
blast
come here. This is the place you have to come. Just because you just want to get
It's
back
an
on
experience
an
too,
experience.
right? I love
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
What if I would come and try this stuff on?
But you should have menswear too, remember?
Oh, cool.
Beige and white.
Yeah, there you go with your
Yeah.
the whole thing. Yeah.
There you go.
I did one. I do weddings. I'm a musician, so I play.
Right.
I didn't do many Indian. I did one Indian wedding.
Okay.
And I was hired. And it was beautiful because there was like
A lot of
600
color.
people.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it was white. So they asked us. They literally bought my suit. And
Oh.
Yeah.
myself, the singer,
I think
we had a
yeah.
white grand piano.
Oh, wow.
And it was piano,
Yeah.
piano jazz. Like she was singing, but we were all in white shoes.
That's nice.
Everything.
wow.
White. Everything. White.
That's
it was
a
a beautiful
vibe
wedding.
right there.
Yeah.
The whole everyone was wearing
I didn't
white.
do an
It was
Indian wedding
beautiful.
yet, but I want to
Really
now.
cool.
I really
it's
want
a
to.
fun culture.
I want
you should
to do
really
one now.
try an Indian wedding. It's
I
fun.
need to.
They
I
have
would
a lot
like
of
to try
fun.
an Indian gown. I have to try one.
You have to come.
I have to come. I'm definitely coming. I'm just so eager.
We'll go together. Me, and you will
That's
show
it.
up. We're here. We're
We're gonna be
ready.
like, where are you? Where are you guys? It's 8 o'clock at night. We just left at 10 a.m. I would totally have a ball. Thank you so much.
Thank you
You're
so
very
much.
sweet.
Thank you.
I wish
Thank
you
you
the
so much
best,
for
and we'll
having me.
definitely
Thank
keep in
you.
touch.
Yes.
Yes,
For
for
sure.
sure. 100%.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chimers,
Thank
for
you.
chiming in.
Yes. And stay tuned for our next Wedding Chimes with Val.
Yes.
But thank you so much. And remember, if you want a beautiful and extravagant, handmade,
yes.
intricately done, and a lot of bling,
You know where to go.
you know where to go. Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Have a good night.
Chimers. Bye. Thank you.